Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have an exciting video. I'm going to be trying out Sheglam makeup. So if you don't know, Sheglam makeup is actually Shein's makeup line, and I've heard so many people talking about this makeup and I wanted to get a bunch of stuff and try it for myself. So I went on their website, picked out a bunch of makeup products that really appealed to me. So I'm excited to see how they're going to go on my face, and I think I've got like almost a full face of makeup. So there's just a couple of things I don't have to complete a full face of Sheglam. So far I'm looking at everything in front of me and their packaging is like 10/10, like everything looks amazing. So yeah, I'm very excited to get started with this makeup. Before I do get started, if you are new to my channel, then hit the subscribe button down below and click the post notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. And of course, if you like and enjoy this video, then give it the thumbs up. Okay, so I've got their newest foundation to try out today, which is this one right here. It's a Balm texture foundation, which I'm very excited about. Like, I haven't tried something like this in a long time, and as you can see, it's in a very kind of unique packaging from what's out just now in like the drugstore and, you know, high-end makeup. Like, their makeup is so affordable, like very affordable. Like, half of it is more or less cheaper than drugstore, which is incredible, and their packaging is like 100 times better than some drugstore makeup right now. Like, yeah, so excited about everything. And this little foundation comes in like a little pouch and everything like this, which is just super cute. I just love the, you know, just the little details. It's so amazing. Now, before I try that foundation, I'm going to start off with my eyes, just because I kind of like to do my eyes before my face makeup, especially if I don't know how an eyeshadow palette is going to perform, like in case there's much fallout. And I have this palette here, which is the Sunday Picnic eyeshadow spread. Really cool name. Now for me, like, the packaging for this isn't something that I typically would go for. You know, it's not really my taste in terms of the packaging. Like, it's super cute and everything like this, but for me, I do like a lot more sophisticated looking makeup. But the reason why I picked this up is purely because of the shades inside. This is what it looks like right here. So take that off. Like, the shades in here are like very neutral, everyday type of shades, which is definitely up my street. I love the attention to detail though in the palette. Like, if you can see here, the eyeshadows are like imprinted with like cherries, like cupcakes. We have like a little doily here. Here it says Sunday Picnic. You know, there's just like little attention to details, which is really cute. There's a little lace part on the front here, which just makes it very picnicky. We have like a bunch of different formulas here. We have got some mattes. We have a metallic, I think, here, and I think we have a nice little kind of shimmer and a topper, I believe. I'm going to start off with the shade Dawn, which is this shade here. It looks like a nice kind of transitional shade. I'm just applying this just slightly higher than my crease. This is a really nice, soft, peachy colour, which has really good pigment to it actually, as you can see. That's going to act as a really nice base for us. So I'm now going to go in with the shade Biscuit, which is this brownie colour here, and I'm going to apply this to the outer corner of my eye. Again, this is another really soft shade. This one doesn't have crazy pigment to it. You have to build this one up a bit, but it's really pretty for like a subtle everyday look. I'm going to go in with this shade here, which is Prosecco, which looks like a really nice metallic shade, and I'm going to apply this onto my lid. This is a really soft metallic, very kind of velvety smooth actually. And then again with my finger, I'm just going to take a little bit of RSVP, which looks like a nice kind of shimmery topper, or metallic topper actually. It looks very shiny there. So I'm just going to apply this on top of the Prosecco shade. Yeah, just gives that really nice sheen there. Really pretty. Okay, so we've got a really nice, soft, everyday eye look so far. I'm going to apply some liner, and I have one of their newest products again. I have their eyeliner slash eyelash glue. So this is like a 2-in-1 product. It basically acts as a liner and also acts as lash glue as well. This is the packaging for it. It's really kind of quirky. This is in the shade black, and I thought this would be really good to, well, for me, because I don't really wear false eyelashes. I may attempt to apply them today just because this is like, you know, a glue sort of thing. So I may attempt to apply some eyelashes, but I don't know how it's going to go because I'm so bad at eyelashes. This is what the little tip looks like a really decent kind of thin brush tip, and I'm just going to keep my tape on just so that I can get a nice sharp edge to my liner. Okay, so I can already feel it getting really tacky when I'm trying to go back over. So I think with this you have to kind of work really quickly. I mean, don't mind the messy liner here because as soon as I whip my tape off, that will look really sharp. But yeah, I can already feel it going quite tacky. So I don't really know how this is going to go for me. I may attempt to apply these ones here from Allure. I didn't pick any up from Sheglam just because, well, in fact, I don't know if they have any, but I didn't pick any up if they do. These ones from Allure are a little bit smaller. They say they're 3/4 length lashes, which looks super cute. I really wish I could apply them. So if you can see there, like they're super teeny. Well, they're quite small, but they're basically the size for my eyes. I think I might need to cut them again. Like it says you don't have to cut these ones because they're being made so small, but to be honest, my eyes are actually really small. I may have to still cut them. Let's see how this goes. See how terrible I am at applying lashes. God, you can absolutely tell I don't apply false eyelashes. I just went and forgot to apply my mascara beforehand. So I just applied a little bit of mascara like there to my lashes. This side's not perfect, but we'll just look by it. We'll see what happens near the end of the video. Like, you guys probably sitting laughing at me, but we'll see. I'll probably look back on this video and be like, oh my god. But the liner was really easy to use, and I like that it does dry quite quick, to be honest, because like that's what I struggle with actually applying false eyelashes, because it takes ages for the glue to dry sometimes, so you never know, you know, if it's ready to stick sort of thing. And yeah, so this was actually really good that it kind of starts to get tacky pretty quick. The only thing is, like, if you're not that great at liner like me, I'm not the best at liner or lashes, especially lashes, then you don't really have that much time to work with it sort of thing. It does get tacky quite quick. But if you just want to do like maybe just a line rather than like a wing, you know, if you want to create like a liner on your upper lash line, then this will be really good for that, because it does get tacky quite quick for when you want to apply your lashes just on the line. So for that, it's really good. Like, I love that, and it does work. As you can see, I've got my lashes stuck, and any other time I've tried to apply false eyelashes with normal glue, I can never do it. So yeah, this has actually worked. I was going to play around with it a bit more to try and apply more false eyelashes. So far, I'm really impressed with this. It was nice and jet black as well, as you can see. I'm going to move on to face, which I'm most excited about. So I picked up this from them. This is their birthday skin primer. So that's what it looks like inside. We have this kind of pink, kind of creamy potty stuff, and we get like a little spatula spoon thing here to scoop it out. It says that this gives you baby soft flawless skin. It's a primer gel, and it's supposed to soften, brighten and smooth out imperfections. Say bye bye to visible pores, and hello to a more even complexion with soothing rose extracts. It's the perfect base for your makeup. I'm going to use a little spoon thing here. I don't know how much to apply of it. I'll take this amount first. Oh, feels nice and creamy. Rub this in. See, oh, feels really nice actually. Oh, maybe I've got a bit too much on here. it feels really, really nice on the skin. It's kind of like a cream and gel type formula. Feels nice and smoothing, glides over really nicely, and it's supposed to fill in the pores, so I'm just going to concentrate it a little bit more on my T-zone, just right here in my cheeks actually, because that's of course where I have my most pores and imperfections. And then just take a little bit on the forehead. It feels nice on the skin so far. It says it has rose extracts in it, which I can smell, but it's a very light scent of rose. So far so good. It feels really nice on the skin. I feel like it's evened my complexion a bit. And then I'll just see once I apply the foundation if it really has kind of smoothed out my pores and things like that. For foundation, I'm going to use their newest foundation, I believe. This is the Skinfluencer Full Coverage Foundation Balm. And when I picked this up, there was only, I think, one shade available at the time. I think a lot of them are sold out. So I picked up the shade Shell, which I'm not too sure if it's going to match me right now, but I really want to try this out, so I just grabbed it. As you can see, it comes with this little tab, which is good, so you know it's very fresh. That's what it looks like inside. And I'm going to apply this with my sponge today. Like normally I apply, you know, my foundation with a brush, but I'm going to try a sponge to see how it applies, or I may use a sponge on one side and brush on the other side. Texture feels quite nice. I've just applied some more onto the back of my hand here, and I'm just going to start applying this to my skin. So it says that this is a full coverage foundation, and the shade is like quite light for me, like for the rest of my body. My face is a bit lighter and my neck's a bit lighter because I've been like obviously washing my face and exfoliating things like that, so like my tan rubs off my neck quicker than it does my body, like the rest of my body. So far it looks quite nice. Like the coverage, the colour will be really good for me when I'm not tan at all, so I'm happy about that. I'm just going to apply it all over with a sponge rather than my brush, because it looks like it's went pretty well on this side, so I'm just going to continue with my sponge on this side. Feels very, very smooth actually, like a really nice formula, kind of smooth balm gel type, which is lovely. Okay, so this is a foundation on right now, and I feel like a ghost. First of all, the shade's a bit light for me, like for my rest of my body. I like my, you know, my foundation to be a bit darker than this. So far the foundation is okay. Like I'm not too sure if I love it, but I think it might be because of that primer. I feel like there's little bits on my face that's kind of crumbly, or like peeling. So I don't know if it's a mix of the foundation with the primer, or it's just my skin needs to be like more exfoliated. You know, like maybe dry skin, I'm not too sure. I'm going to keep you updated though on the foundation over the next few weeks, because I do want to try it without the primer, because I'm not a huge fan of primers in general. Like that's a nice primer, like it feels nice and that on my skin. It could go nice with other foundations, but I don't know if I love it with this one, because I feel like you know, I feel like there's just something not quite right there. But I will kind of do the rest of my makeup and everything, and I'll let you know near the end of the video how I'm feeling about it. I picked up their full coverage concealer, which is this here, and this I have in the shade Salad, and it says that this is a 12-hour full coverage concealer with a soft matte finish. It corrects unwanted imperfections. It's a highly pigmented formula that is lightweight, dries matte, super buildable for multi-layers, won't settle into fine lines or creases. Okay, so let's try it out. Now I'm not too sure if this shade will be too dark for this colour of foundation, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Straight away it feels like a really nice creamy but slightly thicker formula, and I'm just going to use my brush for this rather than my sponge. So just going in, blending this out. That blended out quite nice there. It was quite easy to blend. It says it's full coverage, which I think it is. I feel like everything on my skin just feels quite heavy right now. I don't know if it's just a mix of all the products, you know, the primer, the foundation, and the concealer together, but there's just something, it feels quite thick and creamy. Thick and creamy. It feels quite thick and creamy in my skin right now. So I feel like I really need to kind of set this makeup down a bit, just so that like my face feels rather kind of like tacky, if you know what I mean. So I really want to set it down. I'm going to set everything down using the Insta Ready Face Powder Duo. So this is like a face and under eye setting powder duo. So the top part we get like a pressed powder like that on the top, and then this is the powder underneath, which is the shade Bisque. Yeah, so this is the shade Bisque. We have like a kind of light translucent colour on the top, and then we have like a slightly tinted colour underneath. I'm going to go in with the pressed powder on the top here to set my under eyes. So I'm going to set that down with this because the powder underneath is in the shade Bisque, so it's a little bit darker than this shade on the top. I have these little puffs from Shein, which there are these ones right here. I've been really enjoying these little puffs, well this little puff, because it really like sets your makeup down. It makes it look super flawless. Yeah, been really enjoying this. So it says the top level has a silky moisturising pressed powder, and it was really nice and silky smooth when I applied it to my under eyes there. And then on the bottom we have a sheer oil absorbing loose powder to keep your face fresh and shine free from AM to PM. So far I'm really liking the bottom powder. The bottom powder is lovely. Like it's very smoothing. Like yeah, it looks beautiful, makes my skin look super flawless actually. I like how my skin's feeling now. It's a bit more mattified than it was earlier. It was a bit stickier earlier, just felt a bit heavier everything. But now that I've kind of like set it with powder, everything feels nice and smooth and a little bit more lightweight now, which is good. Okay, so I filled in my brows and I didn't have anything from Sheglam to test out, so I've just filled in with my normal stuff that I use. And now I'm going to bronze up my face, which I'm really excited about because I need a bit of colour. Right now I feel super ghostly. But anyway, so I'm going to use this Sheglam Mystique Contouring Palette, and it's in 502 Nude. This is a powder contour palette. I believe there's like a cream one as well, but this is a powder, the powder one, which I much prefer. Inside we've got two setting powders. We have a highlight and we have some bronze and contour shades down here. I'm just going to go right in with this chocolate cake shade. It's the deepest shade in the palette, but I feel like I need a little bit of colour, you know, like a lot of colour to my cheeks right now to match the rest of my body. So I'm going to just go right in with this shade and just start to warm up and bronze my cheeks. Okay, so that's a nice shade. It has a little bit of a red tinge to it there. It's quite warm as well, which is nice. Very smooth powder actually. Even though it looks really dark in the pan, it's not that dark when you apply it to the face, which I like. You know, you can really build it up. So yeah, it's a really lovely shade, lovely powder. Feeling more like me now that I've got a bit of colour coming back to my face. You know, like I was just feeling super ghostly a minute ago, but this bronzer is sorting it out really well, and it's a gorgeous bronzer actually. I'm so impressed with this bronzer right now. So flawless on the skin. Like, it could be a mix of that, you know, the bronzer along with that setting powder. Like, it's just so flawless on the skin. It feels super soft on the skin, super flawless, and just like gorgeous. I'm going to take a little bit of Noble Tint, which is this one right here. It's a bit of a cool tone bronzer shade, so it's maybe going to be quite good for contouring. Just going to take a teeny bit of that on the tip of my brush here and just lightly apply that to the hollows, just to give me a little bit of depth. Like, look at that, isn't that just gorgeous? Like the little shadow that is given to my cheeks, like these powders are stunning, like really stunning. I'm so impressed with this contouring palette. Like, I'll definitely keep using this. This is so good. I'm excited actually to see how the powders go, these ones up here, for setting like my under eye. That would have been quite good actually, maybe to have tried one of them, you know, to set my concealer, but I'll try that next time. Like, so far, like, so impressed, guys. Now I have one of their liquid blushes that I see everybody loving. I'm quite scared to apply it to my cheeks just because of the fact I've got powder on and then this is a liquid, so I don't know how it's going to go. I really don't want it to mess up my makeup because I'm loving, you know, this face right now. Like, the face makeup is beautiful right now. But I have the shade Hush Hush, which looks like a gorgeous peachy pinky colour. It looks so nice. I believe this is one of their newer colours because they have like a bunch of these, but this is one of their newer ones. I was going to apply it straight to my cheeks, but I'm kind of scared of that just because I've got this powder on just now. So what I'm going to do is just take it onto, you know, the palm of my hand here. Just tap a little bit onto there. And then I'm going to just use my sponge, which hopefully is quite dry. I'm just going to rub that into my hand there. Tap this onto my cheeks. Okay, so I don't know how this is going right now. It's looking like it's going on a little bit too wet and lifting up my powder. So I'm just going to take it on this little dual fibre brush, which usually applies things really lightly and thinly. Yeah, I should have just used this brush to apply the blush because it's went on a lot nicer on this side than it has on this side, because obviously that sponge was a little bit damp still. Okay, so that went on really nice on this side with the brush. I would probably like to use this on days where I'm doing like a cream contour. I think that'll be much better. So I'm definitely going to try that out in another video with my cream contour. And cream bronzer be much better, I think, rather than powder, just because I'm very scared of like applying liquids after I've applied powder, because it always seems to mess up on me. Like, I see some other people doing it and it looks great. I don't know how they do it. Like, I honestly don't get it. But yeah, on me, like, as soon as I apply any liquid on top of powder, it just lifts. It lifts, creates big huge ring marks and everything. Like, that's just, it just doesn't go well. But anyway, really pretty shade. I like that it is this light kind of pinky peach. It's quite subtle, which I really prefer for my complexion. Yeah, so loving it on this side. This side I'm not loving it as much just because of that area right there. But to be honest with you, I think it's actually the glowiness from the blush coming through from using like a wet or a damp sponge sort of thing, rather than on this side where I just used a dry brush. I think it's kind of made the glowiness come out a little bit more in the blush on this side. Love the formula of it. It's really thin and kind of lightweight, so it didn't feel sticky or tacky when I was applying it to my cheeks, and it's really kind of dried down really nicely. So yeah, loving the formula of this. I'm just excited to use it with creams instead. Okay, so before I move on to lips, I'm going to finish up my eyes. I'm going to take the Sunday Picnic palette again, and I'm going to pick up a little bit of this shade here called Sunbeam. I'm going to take that into my inner corner, I think. Just going to take a little bit right in here just to finish off that. And that looks like quite a nice shade that I could maybe use to just highlight the tip of my nose, a little bit on the bridge there. So for lips, I've got one of their Velvet Matte Lip Liners, which looks like this. Really nice packaging for that. This is in the shade Concrete Jungle, which looks like that. If you can see, it's a little bit more of a cool tone, I think, lip liner. That's it right there. So it's kind of like this pinky, greyish, brownish cool tone. That was easy to apply, has a nice formula to it. Quite creamy, but not like the slippy creamy feeling. Now I've got this absolutely stunning lipstick from them. Like, how stunning is this packaging? Like, it reminds me of something you would get from like a really luxurious brand. It's very kind of weighted as well, so it feels really high quality. And then this is the lipstick itself. That's the shade. It's the shade Chic, and it's just a beautiful nudish tone, which I'm excited to apply to my lips. Like, the packaging for this is like magnetic and everything, as you can see. Absolutely gorgeous. It says Sheglam imprinted on the bullet as well. Like, just gorgeous, gorgeous detailing. Feels really lovely on the lips. It is is it a matte formula? Yeah, it's a matte Allure lipstick. So it says a velvet perfection, glamorous lipstick with a soft velvet matte finish that's easy to apply. One swipe for beautiful colour and long wear. Yeah. Very, very pigmented, beautiful, beautiful formula. Just so beautiful. Very kind of moisturising on the lips, doesn't feel dry. So quite creamy, even though it has that matte finish to it. But you know me, I love a gloss, but I don't have a gloss from Sheglam. Nothing really kind of stood out to me that I wanted to get, you know, from their glosses. So I'm just going to apply my normal gloss that I always apply from By Terry. So yeah, this is my finished look using the Sheglam products, and what do you think of it? I'm just going to run through and tell you my first impressions on everything that I've used. First thing is the Sunday Picnic eyeshadow palette. Like, this is a cute palette. Like, the shades in here are pretty. Like, I like them. They're very, very everyday wearable shades, which I love about it. They're quite kind of neutral shades. I think a lot of people would really like. You'll get quite a lot of use out of this palette. Now, if you're expecting like full on pigment, like, you're not going to get that from this palette as such. It's quite a soft palette. The shades are quite soft. You do need to kind of build them a little bit, but as you can see, I did get a really lovely eye look. The pigment does come out as soon as you start building them, and yeah, it's just a really lovely soft everyday palette. Like, I definitely will use this a ton, because it's just shades that I like to go for every day, especially this type of eye look is something that I wear quite often on my eyes. So very happy with the colours in here. Formula is nice, the packaging is cute, enjoying that. The liquid eyeliner slash eyelash glue, this is great. This is a really, really unique product, I think. You know, it's a 2-in-1. Love it. I love that it does dry quite quick, so you can kind of stick your lashes straight away. The only kind of negative thing I would say about it is if you're using it for just liner, it is well, you do have to work pretty fast with it, because it dries, you know, it dries pretty quick because of the glue formula inside it. That's the only thing, that it dries a bit quick for liner, but great for eyelashes. So yeah, this is great. I will continue to use that. I stuck my lashes super quick and super easy with them. Like, I hope they look okay. Once I look back on my footage, I'll be able to see how these look. So far, really, really, really loving that liner. The birthday skin primer, like, the packaging for this is so luxe looking. Like, I really love the design of this. The formula of the product is lovely as well. It's really nice and smoothing and soothing on the face. It really does help with discoloration. Like, so I had like redness on my cheeks and that, and I feel like it kind of calmed that down a little bit, which is good. In terms of like pore filling and pore smoothing, I feel like it did do it a bit, but I think that powder that I used helped a little bit more with that, to be honest. But I would like to try this again with a different foundation, and see how it goes with like my favourite foundation, like say my NARS light reflecting foundation. I would love to see how it goes with that, because it's quite hard sometimes to get your opinion of a new primer and a new foundation, you know, because you don't know if like one is interacting well with the other. So I will try it with like my favourite foundation and things like that and see how it goes then. But so far so good. I feel like it's quite nice. So yeah, I'm excited to use it more. The foundation Balm, I love the packaging for this, and it's quite a creamy balm type formula, which is nice. It feels quite hydrating on the skin. However, it is a little bit thicker of a formula than I expected it to be. It feels a little bit tackier on the skin, but I said it with that powder and it said it's beautiful with the powder. I feel like I have a super flawless complexion right now, which I am really happy about. But this itself has a little bit more of a dewy kind of finish to it. But I'm looking forward to trying this out a bit more without a primer to see how it goes, because normally I just apply foundation on top of my normal serum or moisturiser that I use. I don't tend to use primer a lot, so I'm actually looking forward to using this again. I'll keep you updated on this though. The concealer, this is nice as well. This has a full coverage finish to it, I think. Well, medium to full coverage, I would say. It is quite lightweight, however the formula is just a little bit thicker than other concealers that I typically use, but that's probably how I'm getting more of a full coverage with it, of course, because it's a little bit of a thicker formula. So this I'm excited to use more. So far I think it's a really nice product, but I'll keep you updated on it just like the foundation to see, you know, how it goes with other foundations and things like that. But yeah, so far so good. I think this is quite nice. The Insta Ready powder, this is lovely. I absolutely love the powder underneath. Like this bottom powder here is gorgeous. Super like blurring, airbrushing, flawless type powder that feels so lightweight on the skin. It gives a matte finish to the skin though, so if you're like not into matte finishes, then you may not like this. However, I do love it because it makes you look super poreless and flawless when it's a kind of matte finish. I'm really impressed with this. Like if you're looking for an affordable flawless smoothing powder, then try this one out. This is so beautiful. Now the contour palette, this is stunning. I really love this. The powders inside that I've tried, I've only tried 2 of them so far, the darkest shade and of course the cool tone contour shade. These 2 powders are absolutely stunning. Gives you such a flawless, smooth looking bronze and contoured look to your cheeks. I'm excited to use actually the setting powders up the top there for like my under eye. I could probably actually use maybe this one to maybe clean up and sharpen up like my contour and things like that, which I could have done today, but I feel like with just using those powders and that brush that I used, I really angled it quite well, that I got quite a clean sharp edge there to my contour, which is nice. But anyway, I'm excited to use the powders, the setting powders in here, and also try this highlight. I never actually tried this. I think it's a highlight, yeah, but I'm not really into highlights, so I'm not that fussed, but maybe quite nice to just highlight like little areas like on my face, like my chin, my nose, cupid's bow and things like that. I'm not too sure, but anyway, I'll try that out another time. So far I'm really loving this, especially for those 2 bronzing shades I used in it. The lip liner is really nice. It's got a lovely creamy formula to it. Applies easy to the lips. It is a retractable lip liner, which is great, and yeah, super easy to apply. This is a nice shade. It's the shade Concrete Jungle, so it's a little bit more of a cool tone shade, which matches perfectly with this lipstick. And this lipstick I'm in love with. This is gorgeous, so gorgeous in terms of the packaging, the formula, the colour, everything. This is just amazing. I will really need to check out some more shades in the range, because absolutely stunning lipstick. Gives a lovely matte, like a moisturising, comfortable, creamy matte finish. But you know me, I just love a gloss. I just applied that clear gloss on top. But if you're into matte lips and just like matte on its own, then this is a great product to get. And again, if you're like me with the gloss on top, then still great lipstick to apply beforehand, because it's a very hydrating and moisturising matte lipstick, so it feels great to apply to your lips before you apply the gloss. And the blush is gorgeous as well. Like, I love the packaging for this. I'm just really excited to use this more when I've got more cream products on my face, because I'm not like a fan of applying cream stuff on top of powder. But when I applied it lightly with my brush, like that dual fibre brush, you know, it applied lovely the blush to this side. This side it gave a bit more of a radiance, so it kind of looked a bit more wet here. This little pat looks like a patch here, but it's actually the radiance, I think, from the blush, because it's not really a wet patch. So far I love the colour of it. It's a really pretty peachy pink blush colour, perfect for every day. That's my first impressions on the products that I've used today. I'm looking forward to using them more, and I'll keep you updated on a couple of the products here, like the foundation and the concealer and things like that, over the next coming weeks, to see how I really like it. Overall, I'm really impressed with their makeup, especially for the price. It's a really great price point. Their packaging is just 10/10. It's amazing. I'm excited to try more makeup from them. That is it for this video. I really hope you liked and enjoyed it. Everything that I've used in this video I will link down below in the description box for you. If you're new to my channel, then hit the subscribe button down below and click the bell next to that so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. And of course, if you liked and enjoyed this video, then give it a big thumbs up, and I'll speak to you very soon in my next video. Bye.